Well, welcome to the New Orleans Saints Training Camp Report, presented to you by SeatGeek. I'm John DeShazier. We are at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, where the Saints lost their preseason opener 17-14 to the Baltimore Ravens. Now, it was the Saints' first preseason game since August 29th of 2019. And even though they've played some games in between there, it certainly looked that way for a time in this game. A lot of sloppy ball handling, a lot of mental errors, and certainly not what Coach Sean Payton would have liked to see for the Saints preseason opener.
6 turnovers, 10 penalties. You know, you're going to struggle, and we were fortunate to even be that close, honestly. I mean, to be ahead at halftime, I thought defensively we did a real good job, especially in the first half. But the turnovers, look, bad job by us as coaches, players. It was ugly to watch, and you're going to end up losing games. It's that simple. So there's some things we're going to like on film. Like, I thought there's some things, I thought we played with some energy. I thought that there's a handful of things we're going to like, but it's just going to be overshadowed, though, with those early mistakes. And you know, despite how you play in the kicking game or defensively or even in snaps offensively, if that's what happens, it kind of just overshadows all of it, you know.
Now, physical errors are one thing, if you were just beat on a play or if you just get whipped by the opponent. But mental errors are a different thing, and I think Coach Payton said that he saw several of them in this game. 10 penalties for the Saints, and obviously it's something that Coach Payton wants to see this team clean up in the very near future.
4 offsides, motion, hard count, 4 times. So we'll see more of that defensively. Just overall, it was disappointing, though. You know, there were some parts of it, you know, where we're in and out with the substitutions and all of that. Like I said, I liked our energy. And look, it wasn't just rookies. You know, it wasn't just rookies. There's some veteran players.
Now, one of the few bright spots in this game for the Saints, running back Tony Jones Jr. had a fantastic start. 3 carries for 61 yards early in the game. Had an unfortunate fumble, but he did also have a touchdown reception. Tony Jones Jr. hadn't played football in quite some time, only had 1 snap last season against the Carolina Panthers, but really showed up well in this game, and you could see it and hear it in Tony's voice.
To be honest, I haven't had a real game since college, and to be honest, it felt great. Like, it was, you know, like a coming out party, and I felt great. Like we lost, but it was a good day for me. Besides the fumble, but I gotta fix that next week. I think I can just see the runs more better now because like coming out of college, like my runs were like a little different than the schemes here. But now, like, since I got a year like under my belt, like I can see it better. I see the holes before they even open. So it seems like it's working. So
the zone stuff is new. What's the difference between?
Just like the outside zone and stuff. So I never did that in college. So but now I've done it like for like a whole year. So now it's good.
Is that becoming like more patient? Is that one of the things that plays part in that?
It's more patient and like having faith that you can like make those type of cuts and stuff like that. So now I'm more confident and I can make those cuts.
When we come back on the New Orleans Saints Training Camp Report here on CST, presented by SeatGeek, we'll have comments from the quarterbacks, Jameis Winston and Taysom Hill, on their performances in the Saints preseason opener. Well, welcome back here on the Saints Training Camp Report. Again, we're at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, and we had a hodgepodge from the quarterbacks in this one. Some highs, some lows from Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston. Each threw an interception in this game, and each had some high points in this game. Taysom Hill said he saw some good, and obviously he had to address the bad because those 6 turnovers, including 3 interceptions combined by the quarterbacks, pretty much what contributed to the loss in this one.
I mean, I think at first glance, it's hard to not talk about anything other than 6 turnovers. But I think preseason games, you're trying to get film out there. You know, I think that there are a lot of really good things that we can all learn from. And so without seeing the film and knowing what was going on, and it's hard to really say. But I think that there were some really good things, overall. At the end of the day, we've been doing this long enough. You guys have seen how seasons go, and it's hard to last 17 games in an NFL season. So I think these things are really important for us to establish depth. And, obviously we hope guys don't get injured and we have everyone that we need every game, but that's not the reality. So I think you assess each game like it is a game, and there's some things to clean up, which we've got time to do that, but there's certainly a sense of urgency. The talk of the competition is, right here. I think for me, it's going out there and playing my best football every night. So I don't like when things don't go well. I don't like when things don't go well if I'm in a competition or I'm not in a competition. At the end of the day, I'm trying to be as good as I possibly can for my teammates. So it's all the same.
Now, Hill completed 8 of 12 passes for 81 yards and the interception. Jameis Winston had a little bit more success, 7 of 12, 96 yards with a touchdown, but the interception, a costly interception. And Jameis Winston also knows there are many, many areas in which he can improve and this offense can improve going forward.
I think it was fun just to be out there and compete against another team. We saw the great things that we did, and we know the things we got to do to fix for us to be the team that we're capable of being. We out there competing, playing football. Like, these guys have worked their whole life for that opportunity. I've worked my whole life. I was so happy to be back out there playing football, like with whoever, right? I feel like we did a good job executing for the most part, and we got room for improvement. That's a good thing, and I think that's what the preseason is all about: getting people exposed to opportunities, right? So we need everybody on this roster right now. When they make the cuts, they make the cuts, right? But as of right now, everybody that's New Orleans Saints, we need them to be ready and to execute and play football. Yeah, one of the things I try to take pride in is just staying present. I think it's so important to have great awareness of your teammates, have great awareness of the situation and the feeling of what's going on. But I think, the job requires as a quarterback to be able to snap and clear and move on to the next play. I think Coach Sean Payton does an excellent job of preaching that. We have to be able to forget the past and move forward. And that's kind of what we're going to do with this game. But as when we're executing, I'm all in, man, because I cherish every opportunity that I get.
So you heard from a couple of guys on the offensive side, the quarterbacks and the running back. Well, how about hearing from some defensive players? We'll have linebacker Caden Ellis and linebacker Zach Bond when we return. Final segment. Welcome back to the New Orleans Saints training camp report here on CST. Now, linebacker Caden Ellis, 7th round draft pick in 2019, pretty much sat out 2020 with injuries, but this season has been a starter all through training camp. And certainly the way he played on Saturday night showed that he's ready for the role in this Saints defense.
Had some of the nerves come back, getting back out there and getting to play full force like that again. But man, it's so fun. I'm just thankful to God for the opportunity to get back out there. It's so cool. It's so special. Such a blessing and honor to be out here on that field with that talent and that level of play, and just to get to go out and do it again, it's awesome, and I'm so happy.
Zach Bond is a linebacker in the NFL, but he played a lot of defensive end in college at Wisconsin. So he had to transfer those skills to the linebacker position. It's been a learning experience for him. He didn't play much as a rookie. He got injured in training camp. That set him behind, but he's been healthy this offseason. He's been healthy through training camp. He's been a sideline-to-sideline player, and he was an impact player in his first preseason game. He showed up big on the field, and he had a lot of good things to say about the way he played and the way he felt in this game.
Oh, I feel way more confident this year. Even playing a whole new position, just having a grasp on the defense definitely helps a lot, and everything's not new. I know the other players, I know the coaches, I know the scheme, and it's just becoming a lot more natural. The will linebacker position is something completely new to me, and I had a lot of fun with it tonight, and part of this training camp, I just wanted to show the coaches that they could trust me putting me at Will or trust me putting me at Sam. So I'm definitely having fun with it. It's becoming more natural, and it gives you a lot of opportunities to make plays. When you're playing Sam or playing on the ball, you're kind of 50-50, and you're setting the edge and a lot. And this playing Will, you get to go here, make a play over there. So
as impressed as we all might have been with Ellis and Bond, each was impressed with the other in this game and enjoyed what he saw from his teammate.
But Caden's a monster. He plays Sam and he plays Mike, two difficult positions to know and learn, and he's done a great job. And he's just athletic and really smart.
Flying around, like y'all saw him, like that's so cool, man. He's out there doing his thing. It's so fun getting to play with him. His passion and fire and energy is next level too. And he tried telling me he got tired. I was like, when? Because you were flying that whole game. He's out there doing his thing, hitting quarterbacks, batting down balls, making man, that's cool watching him play, and it's cool getting to play next to him.
Well, that's it for this edition of the New Orleans Saints Training Camp Report, presented by SeatGeek here on CST. I'm John DeShazier. Join us for the next Training Camp Report right here on this station.